Hello and welcome. I am so happy to be able to share with you the way that I look at a sales funnel. I know that the word funnel gets thrown around a lot, and you usually are associating it with some very aggressive, pushy marketers, maybe with some baseball caps on jumping around a stage. But it does not have to be that way. And to me, a sales funnel is a beautiful gift that you curate as a path for your ideal client. So I'm going to show you inside my brain, basically, exactly what this looks like. We're going to talk about what a sales funnel really is and why they apply to all types of businesses, especially any online businesses. The only three things that you really need to have a great funnel, and how to set it up on your website so that it's selling for you night and day. But first, I'm going to take a moment to tell you who I am. My name is Carolyn Choate. I am an author, a former publisher, and I discovered a gift for sales funnels in my mid-30s. After being a creative, I really fell in love with digital marketing and especially the way that you can build paths with sales funnels. So it gets me very excited. I love to talk about it. So there's a few different ways that I look at funnels. The first one that kind of comes into my mind is as a marble run. The funnel is this sort of machine, and you have your opt-in at the top of the funnel, and you have your nurturing where you're taking care of people at the bottom of the funnel or the middle of the funnel, and then at the bottom, you make money. And then you got to bring people to the funnel. So you're dropping those marbles in, and they're going whoosh, 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 whoosh down to the bottom. Sometimes they spend a while in the middle. But my very favorite way of visualizing a sales funnel is as this garden path. So your home on the internet is your website. This is where you have your offers. And there's people just wandering around this forest of the internet, and they don't know that you're there. They don't know that you have awesome stuff to offer them. And so you build this gate and you put a sign on the gate that says, cool thing this way for these kind of people, whoever your ideal clients are, the kind of people who, when they see your offer, are going to go, oh, yeah, I need that. So, right, you want to attract those people towards you. You want them to see this cool thing and go, oh, I want that. You offer it to them for free in exchange for their email address and permission to contact them. And we'll talk more about emails in a moment. But that basically is them opening this gate and stepping onto this path where you have your emails, you have your community spaces, you're building a relationship with them, and you're laying out each cobblestone to fit with where they are on this journey so that by the time they reach your offer, they are ready to make an informed decision about whether you are the one to solve their problem or to be the kind of person that they need to become to be ready for your offers. So you are taking them on this journey. It's kind of a form of storytelling. You are addressing their concerns, you're telling them who you are, and you're allowing them the time and the space to make their own decisions. And that is one way that my funnels kind of differ from some of the funnels you might have seen before, because I think there's too many people out there who are like, get them on a phone call and then keep them on that phone call till they say yes. Sorry. It's a terrible way to do business. Why would you want to have clients who felt like they were forced into saying yes? Why would you want them to not have the time to carefully consider whether you're the right person to work with? Does not make sense to me. So, um, so yes, we don't do hard closing in my world. We help people to be ready. And sometimes people are in this path for years before they're ready to say yes. But you never know. So you want to keep filling that funnel. Funnels can be complex. I know people get intimidated by the word funnel, but they can also be very simple. What really matters is that the funnel design matches the customer journey for your ideal client. Really, what a funnel is a mapping out of that customer journey and having a spot for them at each step of the way. So if you look at my ideal customer tends to follow me on YouTube for a while and then they request this information, then they need to know this, then they need to know this, then I can make the offer and I do the proposal. So if you've mapped out a customer journey, you've mapped out a funnel. You just have to make sure that you have a point at each part of that customer journey that addresses that, that is physically a place that you take them to. They need this part of the customer journey. Okay, they get that on my website. They get that from my emails. Whenever you're doing anything with marketing, especially online, always be thinking about where do they go next? What is the next step? Where am I guiding them to after this? What is the goal? And make those steps nice and small and logical. You don't need them to take big leaps. Another big misunderstanding with funnels is this idea that they can be sort of an instant ATM. You just turn them on and money floods in. And that's not really how they usually work. Maybe some people manage to do that, especially if they use those pushy, get them on the phone and make them say yes tactics. But really, what it's best at is building a long term foundation. It's building that marble run machine into your website so that it is just going all the time, just quietly humming away night and day. And when people come to your website, then the website's ready to greet them. It's ready for company because people can show up at your website at all different times. And most of those people probably are not ready to purchase something that moment. So if you don't have a way to continue the relationship with them by, for example, offering them an opt-in in exchange for their email address, they're just going to disappear. They're going to say, oh, that's cool. I might want this in the future. I'll come back to this. Are they going to come back? Probably not. We're all very busy and forgetful. So you want to have a way to bring them in that is not like they don't have to buy right away, but they can come into your world, learn more about you, stay connected to you. And that way, you have more and more people who are coming onto that email list. You never know when somebody's going to be ready for your offer. And so the more people you have, the more regular and consistent you're going to have people who are saying, oh, I'm ready now. Tell me more. Oops, wrong button. A good sales funnel clarifies what you do and how you help. It guides your potential clients in what step to take to work with you or what to do next, so nobody feels lost. You know, if we think about that diagram in the woods, if you don't have that cobblestone path laid out, then you're basically like inviting them in and then dropping their hand and saying, all right, you find your own way. And people are lost and confused and wandering around the woods like, I don't know what to do next. So it's such a gift to tell them, okay, come along, take my hand. We're going to do this, then this, then this. And that is all done automated so that nobody falls through the cracks, nobody gets forgotten, and you can spend your time and energy delivering for your clients and doing the work that you love because the sales funnel is there supporting you like an automated little VA that never sleeps. It also reassures your potential clients that you're organized and professional, that you have this well thought out product, and it can also do the selling for you. So you just promote that one free thing, people come onto your list, and then those emails are going to do the selling. So you don't even have to ask for money sometimes. It depends a lot on you and what you're selling and what your offer is. You know, you might still need to have that clarity call or sales call, but a lot of the preparation for that is done on the back end without you having to touch it once it's set up. So really the three things you need for a really effective sales funnel is somewhere to meet people, somewhere to nurture people, and somewhere to make offers to people. And you actually work backwards when you're building a sales funnel. So you think first about what is that overall bigger offer where you want people, and then how do I guide them towards it? Let's write some email sequences that bring them towards understanding this offer. And then what piece of value do I have that I can entice people from around the internet to come onto this list, to get that nurturing, and then to hear about the offers? So there are four main categories of ways that you bring people from the internet to your page and your opt-in. And that is not exactly part of the funnel, but you need the fuel for the funnel. The funnel is a machine and it doesn't work if you don't have fuel for it. There are organic inbound, organic outbound, paid, and affiliate partnership. And I do have a monthly membership that helps you learn all these different forms of traffic and how to bring people to your website with them. My favorites are really in the organic inbound, which is kind of the attraction based marketing. And this also works with SEO. So, to some extent, your funnels can become completely passive, either by using search engine optimization or by using paid ads. That's something that you're not going to have immediately when you first set up your funnel, but it's something that you can work towards. Search engine optimization is something that's really powerful, but it takes time. And it is how I have a funnel that is completely passive for my first novel that I published 13 years ago. And it still makes sales every month with no promotion because it's a very niche topic and my funnel is set up. So if people search for this topic, they see my book and they are encouraged to purchase it. And so I don't have to touch it anymore. I mean, if I did, I could really be making a lot more money on it. It's just a couple copies every month. But that's what passive income is. And actually, I'm going to talk about that again in just a moment. But I wanted to show this um, diagram. I basically found this on Canva and I thought this is such a great visualization of the funnel. So this part that I've circled here, this is the funnel. And then this is the bringing people to that top of funnel area. And you can see that it's generally called a funnel because fewer and fewer people make it all the way to the end. So that's why you focus your energy on bringing as many people as possible here so that by the time they filter through the system and they get here, you still have a decent number of people. And with the strangers online, you're attracting them to your website or landing page where they go from visitors to leads when they opt in to your lead magnet, to the thing that you're offering for their email address. And then the email list encourages them towards becoming customers. And then, if you want to get really fancy, you can set up an affiliate program or an influencer program, something like that, to have your customers go out and bring more strangers to your website. So I already mentioned this briefly that a funnel can become passive income. It can be fully passive once you get some ads really humming and doing their job or getting SEO set up. But a lot of times they're partially passive. So again, you can spend your marketing energy, budget, and time on bringing people to that one landing page, and then the rest of the funnel takes care of things for you. And I already mentioned my own book funnel and SEO and ads and traffic. So, step one, um, that first part, that opt in, the most important thing here is what's in it for them. You want a strong hook that brings them in, that says, this is why you want this. This is going to be awesome for you. The stronger you can do that, the better. And sometimes people hold back because they think, oh, well, I don't want to turn people off. I don't want to turn people away. It's good to turn people off. It really is. In this world, there are so many people, and you want to be speaking so clearly to that ideal client of yours that the right person can see, oh, yeah, this is definitely for me. And the wrong person goes, oh, ugh, who would want that? We know who wants it, the right person. So don't fill your list with everybody. Fill your list with those people who are going to be the perfect people to say yes to your offers later. And don't be afraid to call them out and say, this is for this person. Because the stronger you can do that, the stronger they will be pulled to it. I love the term lead magnet because it is a magnet to your leads. And a magnet repels as well as attracts. So repel the wrong people, and that will attract the right people. So you need to have a nice strong hook on your opt-in wherever you have that. If it's on your homepage, if it's its own separate page, if it is a pop-up that comes when they're about to leave your website, wherever that is. CTA stands for call to action. So this is telling people what you want them to do. Don't just leave it like, here's my thing. I know it seems weird, but psychologically people sort of need that extra little nudge to be like, sign up here, get on the email list here, do this thing to tell them what is the next step. Always be funneling. What is the next step? What is the next step? What is the next step? Where are they going from here? Tell them where they're going from here. Step two is the emails and the nurturing. And a lot of my clients are very reluctant to send emails and they end up not emailing their list. They gather these email addresses and then 6 months go by and they haven't sent an email, or they tell people, oh, don't worry, I'll only email when I have a promotion or I have something to tell you about. Don't do that. You're going to make people feel like you only care about them when you have something to promote. So you got to change your mindset a few different ways with this. You're not bothering people. They ask to hear from you. Now, I know we all get way too many emails. Our inboxes are clogged. But rather than thinking you're doing them a kindness by not emailing them, think about how you can be the one email that they are so happy to see in their inbox. They have 500 other emails coming in that day, but they see yours and they go, oh, I'm so glad to see that. I know there's going to be value in there. I know there's going to be helpful stuff in there. You need to be emailing regularly at least once a week because email lists go cold. People forget who you are, they forget how they got signed up. So you have to be building that relationship very steady, very consistently. Because otherwise, if they haven't heard from you in months and they see your email come in, they're going to go, who's that? How did I get on that list? They might report you for spam. We do not want that. So think about how it is a service to your clients and your audience and your leads to be sending them emails. One thing that I like to do is keep a running list of all of the great resources that I run across throughout the week. If there are free workshops, if there are even paid stuff that looks like it would be really great for my audience, great quotes that I ran across, like gather all that stuff together and then send it out once a week. One of the reasons why email is still super important is that you own your email list. And if you are building your audience on a social media platform, you could lose access to them. I think we've all heard stories of people getting hacked or losing access for some other reason, like there's a um, Facebook jail, something happens where you can't log in, you can't access your audience anymore. You could lose them completely. So this is why, yeah, it's great to build a following on social media, but funnel them onto your email list. Now you might be thinking, can't I lose the email list too? I mean, that's a thing that can happen. Well, you need to be backing up your email list. So once people give you their email address and permission to contact them, the only person who can take that away from you is the person themselves. The email platform has absolutely no business about whether or not they show your emails to people. There's no algorithm deciding, I don't think that this person wants to hear from you. No, it just sends the emails. Um, so there's something called a CSV file. This is a type of spreadsheet, and all email platforms have the ability to export your CSV file and upload new ones. So you want to at least once a month be downloading that email list with a CSV file so that if you do lose access to your email platform or you want to move to a different one, that you're able to take your list with you. Those email addresses belong to you. Um, we talked about the philosophy of the magnet already a little bit. I also want to mention here that, and this probably isn't you, but sometimes I hear people talk about their leads joining their email list in a really negative way, like, oh, I don't want tire kickers and freebie seekers, so I don't want to give away stuff. And I really want to discourage you from thinking in those terms because really giving you their email address is huge. That is internet currency. That is valuable. So I want to make sure that you are recognizing that people are really giving you something of value in exchange for the value that you are giving. And you have a great opportunity with them, even if they are a freebie seeker type. I have been that person before. If you prove to them that you can solve their problem, they're going to spend money with you. So if you're having a problem with too many freebie seekers, then I politely and respectfully suggest that it might be how you're talking about your offer rather than on them. All right, finally, we talked a little bit about how you need to bring people to your funnel. Step 3, the traffic. And I do have traffic school. So this is at financiallyfreeauthor.com/traffic school. It's $50 a month, and we take each of these types of traffic and just talk about them and teach them one thing at a time. No overwhelm. You just start where we're at and go forward and track your results so you can bring people in. But basically, partnership traffic is like when you're guesting on podcasts or you're doing a newsletter exchange, you're getting in front of other people's audiences. Inbound organic is like posting on Instagram. Pinterest and YouTube have a really good long term foundation, so they don't disappear as quickly as an Instagram post. Outbound organic is your cold messaging, pitching. I don't do a whole lot of that, I will admit, but I'm going to be learning it for traffic school. I bring in some experts to help me in the parts I'm not as good at. And of course, paid traffic. So I always tell people before you start running ads, you want to make sure that you're getting organic sales through your funnel, because I've seen people waste a lot of money on ads sending traffic to an offer that isn't converting. So we don't want to do that. We want to test it out first, make sure the offer is converting, and eventually work into ads where the ideal scenario is that the ads are bringing you a return on investment. So you are putting money into ads and getting at least twice as much money back from the funnel. So, how do we set this up? Let's talk about tech for a moment. For a lot of people, these three things are going to be: where you meet people is probably social media, where you nurture people is probably an email list, and where you make offers to people is probably a website. But you can get super creative with this. It does not need to be. So let's take a book funnel, for example. I build lots of book funnels, love, love, love book funnels. You're opt in, say, pre chapter, right? So you need website hosting. You need some place where you're putting this freebie and offering it. You need an email platform that is going to have the form that people can fill out. And ideally, that email platform also, their form allows you to redirect to a thank you page. The thank you page is actually one of the most powerful parts of the funnel, because even if somebody does not open the email with the thing that they asked for, they're almost certainly going to see the thank you page. So don't waste this opportunity by giving them the freebie here. Instead, say, thank you, check your inbox for the freebie, because that's going to have them looking for your email, which sends signals to their email platform that they want to hear from you. It trains their brain to be looking for your emails, but it also frees you up to make an offer on this page. Some people will put a low cost offer here that's called a tripwire. I like to use it if you have like a Mighty Networks or a Facebook group to invite them into further community. But you just always want to be thinking about what makes sense for my ideal lead at this point. They've just said yes to this lead magnet. Now, what makes sense to offer them along with it? And then in the meantime, you have a short series of emails that kind of guides them into learning about you, encourages them to take advantage of the lead magnet, and then makes an offer to them, and then bring them to a sales page or a discovery call. So you might need a calendar booking link. You need a way to take payments, set up products. Um, and then if they haven't said yes here, that's okay. They're going to go onto your regular email list where you are sending out those newsletters once a week, right? So you can do this in all separate places. You can have, say, a Wix website and then a MailerLite form that you put on the Wix site and it brings them into MailerLite. You have a Calendly link. If anything doesn't communicate well, there's a program called Zapier that connects different websites, so you can have something happens on this website, then it triggers something on a different website. I have MailerLite highlighted here because I recently ran into some problems with MailChimp. And MailChimp is such a popular email platform for starting out. And it used to be a great choice. And it is not anymore. Some things have changed, and now it is not very affordable and not really very useful. So I did some research. I looked at 8 different email platforms. I have a blog post about that, but the winner was MailerLite. For a list of under 1,000, you can do automations for free on MailerLite. So I am recommending that if you are piecing together your tech from a bunch of different places. But personally, I really like using an all-in-one platform. Some people say, oh, but they're not the best at everything. So, eh, I don't know. Kartra is my favorite. ClickSlow is the one I'm currently using because they had a really good deal. Kajabi is a popular one. You're going to be spending around $100 to $200 a month on a program like this, but it's going to do the website hosting, it will do all the emails, it will do the calendar booking, it'll have a course platform, and usually lots of other bells and whistles all in one place, so it all communicates. So that's what I like to do with the tech. Now again, there are endless different types of funnels because a funnel is really unique to the business. You can't just take somebody else's funnel swipe whatever template and stick it in your business and have it work. The marketing that works is the marketing that comes from your heart. And this is not talked about enough. But like I took classes in ClickFunnels. I worked with a business coach who was one of these pushy guys with the baseball caps with a condo in Florida. And when I followed exactly what he said to do step by step, it did not work. And I realized that it did not work because it didn't align with my values and my heart and my business. And so I think a lot of us are out there chasing, like, oh, I'll get Chat GPT to write the magic words that will get my funnel working, that will get my marketing working. And we need to have trust in ourselves that the marketing that works is the marketing that you feel good about, not somebody else's tactic, the one that aligns with you, your audience, your offer, who you are. And so, with that in mind, I do love to create funnel maps for people that are just completely unique to your business. So, we get on a call together, we spend 30 to 60 minutes talking about your business, your goals, what you have in place, what you would like to have in place, and I put it all together into an actual map, an actual diagram of your ideal funnel. And those are a few examples. I have a software that creates this so I can map it out for you, hand it to you, and then if you want to have me build it for you in 1 week, we can do that because I have Funnel by Friday. I love building these out for people. But it all starts with this $150 map your funnel strategy session and get that diagram that's going to be the exact best funnel for your unique business. And there's no Q&A right now because I am not presenting this live at the moment. This is the replay, but I will be happy to take any questions that you've had. You can email me at carolyn@financiallyfreeauthor.com. And I hope that you have learned a ton from this. And I would love to have you sign up for that funnel mapping strategy session. That is at financiallyfreeauthor.com/funnel-map. And that is where you can schedule your time. So I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks so much.